Somewhere, Frank Lloyd Wright sketches, that some of his designs for falling waters and everything. And really it's a book of the most amateurish doodles. And these became the most, there's no thing about the weight-bearing capacity of steel girders. It starts with this really simple little sketches, beautiful ways of learning. Talking about Utzon, when he put his submission in that became the Opera House, he literally just did that. There's hardly any plans. There's nothing. A lot of other people put in structural drawings and weight, that's what brilliance is. It's brilliance to give your brain space. And so much of production is, because of the exigencies of money and time and effort, everything, just quarantines your brain, drives you into places and forces you to make decisions that you wouldn't normally make if you've given space. I know when I was doing Rate with Peter Duncan, I largely wrote it in bars around the world. Many folks would say it sounded like that. But we would meet, shoot the breeze, discuss the world, sport, and head off to lunch. Then I'd write some version of what we'd roughly spoken about. When I hit a wall, I would repeat, and vice versa. Then we would get together in another bar and determine whether our scripts had anything slightly in common. They never did. Actually, the first two series I ever wrote with the late Jonh Clark involved exactly that model. With John, you would be pushing to get an hour of actual writing in a day. But when we would go out, we would swim, we would talk, we would shoot, we would play golf, we would have fun, we would talk to 1,000 other people. But when we came to sit down and write, you realise that John had just been preparing himself all day for this hour, because he knew, and so much of the conversation that happened in that day, and so many of the people he talked to and saying would all of a sudden just transmit onto the page. Watching him write was, Andrew and various other people who were watching me write, and I'll write about 100 pages and then I'll toss it back. John would just write seamless sentences, and they would all come from what he'd been processing that day. And so many productions narrow that and saying, we're going to create meetings all, for the next 3 days, we're going to do that, and we're going to get an idea for a series. It doesn't happen. I think I've just had a brain transplant here. It's moved my head and I shouldn't have.